I know that it's getting better because I don't feel as blah as before.
You've got to figure this out to crack the code within you.
The blah phase, the beauty of it is it's so blah and it's so personal. It's going to do what it needs to do.
Something within me knew, Mel, you have to do this. You have to sit with yourself.
And I'm learning different way to be.
But that's all I have energy or space or to do in my body. But my head is wanting to do more. It's like, I remember the old me that could go push through.
Everyone shifts differently with the blah. Don't expect it to look like mine. Don't expect it to look like Mel's. Just know something special for you is about to show up. Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the answer of what you need to do to get out of it. Have you ever gone through a period where everything felt just like meh, like you're going through the motions, but something's missing? What if that feeling isn't something to escape, but something to embrace? In today's video, we're diving into how honoring this blah phase could actually transform your life. Let's talk about it together. Drop a comment and share if you've ever felt stuck, and we'll explore how to make it a turning point. So, okay, Rain, what happened after you honored your blah phase that you recently went through?
Well, honoring the blah phase really made a massive shift in my life. I'm still going through the shift. So I haven't completed the shift yet. I'm still in the shift. But what transpired after the last video we made, which we really encourage you to watch, I think it was episode 39,
36.
36. Thank you. Episode 36, which we really encourage you to watch. We were deeply in the blah space at the time. We didn't even know what to do with ourselves. And then I started to channel this information. And luckily, me and Mel felt better after the episode, after listening to it. And we actually followed what the channeling, what divinity was asking us to do, which is we came into a state of acceptance. And from that state of acceptance, basically what felt for me, so I'm going to talk about what I went through, and then Mel will share what she went through. What I went through was I started to accept it. My whole nervous system started to relax because I was like trying to find a reason, trying to understand logically, why am I feeling this way? But after we received that information, there was a relaxation in the body, and I didn't care to fix it or to heal it or to find any reason to get rid of it. I was just like, it is what it is. This is the moment in which my body needs to live in and what I need to experience it. It's basically very blah, walking around in a blah state. Nothing was that exciting, rejuvenated me. Nothing made me feel elated or over happy. They would come in small little spurts, they wouldn't last long. And as I went through that and I just relaxed into myself, all of a sudden, this epiphany showed up. Something that was in my body for years, probably from the time I was born, was in my body that I was so unaware of. Now, I've stayed away from my specific religion for at least 5 years, but I still had some threads that were holding on to me. So fear was still there. Judgment was still there. I was a bit of ashamed of myself. I was still unsure, like, could it really all be like a hoax or is there a truth to it? So in my specific religion, there's this fear all the time of like, no other religion is true but yours, and if you don't live by it, you're going to go through tribulations and pain and all this. And it just so happened that I arrived from Utah. I went to visit Mel for 10 days, and we're going to share with you how that went on another video. But I arrived to my house. There was leakage, water leakage everywhere, mice in the walls, just a catastrophe. And I started to panic that the reason all this was happening was because I started to leave my religion completely. So what I was taught was if you leave this religion, your life is going to turn to hell. Basically, Satan took over. I was coming back from Utah with a new mindset, and I was digging deeper into my religion and noticing how strange the religion really was, and it started not to make sense to me. So as I continued to stay in the blah state, I wasn't in the mood to work. I wasn't in the mood to see friends. I wasn't in the mood to really to do anything, not even cook for my kids. This started to emerge. So it's as if the blah space, because of accepting it, allowed me to extract what has been inside for so long, but I didn't know. I was so busy healing my inner child. I was so busy working through other aspects never once imagining that I still had some indoctrine, is it called, attached into my body from religion that was the main cause of fear and self-doubt, right? And always not feeling worthy enough, like I was doing something wrong. And that purged through that. It gave me an opportunity as I relaxed and accepted the blah. It gave that emotion, that part of me, that pocket of energy, it gave it an opportunity to actually come into view for me to have all the time in the world to invest my energy there, to declutter what has been inside of me for so many years, allowing me to feel more free. And as I went through that, I got extremely ill and extremely sick. And I had the flu and a throat ache, and my ears were closed. My eyes, I couldn't see that well. My body ached, and my laptop went to hell. I couldn't get on my laptop to work. I couldn't use my body to do anything. I was in utter hell as I was still in the blah phase and purging all this stuff. It was absolutely perfect because it's as if I gave myself the opportunity to see something that I didn't know I had to see. I thought I got rid of, but it was actually there. And instead of busying myself, like forcing myself to work, forcing myself to get out of the blah, forcing myself to like punish myself for being in the blah basically meaning lazy, unproductive, useless on this planet. What a waste of breath and air that I was consuming, and just being okay with being completely useless and then this showing up. So I am in that transformative state. I am seeing clearly. I've completely denounced my religion within me and myself, and I'm learning different way to be and coming up with different mythologies and ideas to follow. No more following a religion, cult, an idea, perception of any kind other than what feels true for me. So basically, what the blah has helped me do is even be more attuned to my intuition and trust it a lot more, because it just proved to me that everything I didn't trust during my childhood, my teens, my 20s, 30s, and 40s is actually true. I just couldn't listen to it out of fear of what my religion will do to me. The God of that religion will do to me if I did trust my intuition instead of trusting the religion. So that's basically what transpired for me. I'm still in the phase. So I know Mel has gone through her own thing. And with the reason we're sharing our story, it's only two stories, is because we want you to know everyone shifts differently with the blah. Don't expect it to look like mine. Don't expect it to look like Mel's. Just know something special for you is about to show up. So, Mel, how was honoring your blah like for you?
I love it. Um, yeah. So it was interesting because I feel like I've been in this blah phase for a while, actually, like actually several years of just kind of just I don't really trying to sit with this space of existence, being okay just existing, feeling okay to exist, feeling like a lump on the log, like I'm not producing anything, I'm not doing anything. And that was really hard for me because I've been wired to push through, to do, to achieve. My worth was caught up in my accomplishments. So for me, this was a big challenge, but I knew something within me knew, Mel, you have to do this. You have to sit with yourself and be okay with it. You've got to figure this out to crack the code within you. And not seeing other people doing this, just knowing I needed to do this, I need to figure it out. So and then I met Rain. It was like, because I was ready. Like, I was ready to, like, okay, I'm ready to get out of this. I'm ready to start creating, but I want to create from passion and something that lights me up that's not for money or for other people. It's like, what do I want to do that I'm lit up every day? I wake up and I'm excited to create. And then I met Rain. That's like, okay, we started talking and having conversations, and we knew we wanted to create together. We liked each other's energy. And so we're like, okay, let's start having these deep, meaningful conversations. And so we started doing that. But even then, it was like, oh, there's so much more I want to create with her. My head was saying this, but my energy is like, I just don't want to do anything. So it was being in that phase of like, I just, I have this perfect person, but then guilt was starting to come of like, you have the perfect person. You've sold yourself on how you're like such a hard worker and you're so fast working and all these things. And then I'm feeling like I'm letting down my partner because I'm not showing up that way at all. I'm doing the bare minimum of like, okay, we'll get an episode out because I love that, but that's all I have energy or space or to do in my body. But my head is wanting to do more. It's like I remember the old me that could go push through, but I'm like, I can't force it. And I'm finally connecting with my body, of honoring my body and where it's at, where my body's speaking to me all the time. And so it's it's been in, I can tell, a healthier way where I'm really just waiting for the true essence, the true me to come out. And so as I have honored my blah phase, it's like, and I couldn't push through it. Like I said, I couldn't fight it or push through it anymore. I've known how to do that, but I just can't do that anymore. I don't want to do that to my body anymore and disrespect my body in that way and force it to do things, force that little girl to do things that she doesn't want to do, even though she knows how to do it and she can. I've proven to myself I can. I don't need to do that all the time. Who am I proving this to? Why am I doing this? What's the race? Where am I running to? So all of this is like coming up. And so it's just like we had that conversation. It was like our last talk. And it was just, we just got to honor it and be in the space and release the fear of how long it's going to be. I think part of the fear was, oh no, I'm going to be stuck in this forever. But then it's like, Mel, that's not how you are. You always bounce back. It's just got to be the right time. Trust the timing, trust you, trust your body, you know? And so things actually have shifted pretty quickly after that. That was only like a couple weeks ago. And then, Rain stuff started coming up where she was purging more of working through, like she said, her religion and all these things that she was carrying inside her body. And for me, I started to was feeling a little bit of motivation to go to the gym again and get in my routine that I've been off of for a long time. And before it's like I said in my head I wanted to go, but I literally was just like, I can't, I just don't care. And then I was taking hikes and going up the mountain. And so everything just started kind of shifting very quickly after that full acceptance took place and after fully honoring that space that I was in. And I wasn't faking it. It was true, just, okay, here we are. And me and Rain were just both like, here we are, we're in this blah phase together. And we're like, but at least we have each other. And it was like, it's fun that we both can be like, blah, everything sucks. Life is stupid. It was so nice to not feel alone and feel shame of like, but I have everything I need. I should be grateful. Like it kind of gave permission when she was able to be like, yeah, life just sucks. This is dumb. And I was like, yeah, it does. Like to even honor that phase with somebody else that is like, it helped me be able to settle into it too, which was very like refreshing. So it helps to one, honor it within yourself. But if you can find a friend that's safe, that you can be authentic and vulnerable with and be able to share that with, like that's such a gift. That's just such a gift to be able to have that person and just, it's okay. I'm okay. You're okay. We're okay. um, and then, yeah, things have just been shifting a lot. And now I'm realizing how connected I am with everything and like how I do want to respect all pieces of me. Like my mental, I want to have space every day for like my mental stimulation. And then my, whatever, my spiritual and my physical and taking care of my body and doing all these things. So, and it all came from just honoring the blah face and accepting it. So that was my experience. And now I'm feeling really good. I naturally have all this motivation back and I'm excited to like live life again and to create in a lot of different ways, not just one area. And I don't have to just focus on one thing and put everything else back burner. It's like, no, I'm putting every like time into exercising each day and eating healthy and having deep, meaningful conversations and giving back because I love giving back. It's like doing it all, but with the right amount of time that feels good to me to honor all of it. So it's feeling really good. I'm in a good phase right now.
So I love that because what's really cool is just seeing my purge was something totally different that my blah phase needed me to see. Mel's blah phase gave her something completely different. So to expect your blah, I mean, if you're searching on YouTube trying to figure out what this blah means, it's really hard for you, for any of us, to find our answer through one source, which is another individual, because the blah phase, the beauty of it is it's so blah and it's so personal that at some point you're going to move out of it when you accept what it is and you don't fight against it anymore, and it's going to do what it needs to do. So maybe after watching me and Mel sharing, you're going to think, oh, I wonder what my blah phase is going to help me do. This is, again, you're going in your mental. Again, you want to take control of the blah. But instead of going there and trying to wonder, like, oh, I wonder what my blah phase is going to help me through or uncover for me, the best thing you can do for yourself is to truly just completely let it go and not give a hoot about what this blah phase is doing for you. Because if I would have shared with Mel, my blah face purged this whole religion thing out of me, maybe she would have expected her blah face to purge something deep and dark inside that she didn't see. So then, even if her blah face turned out so, it was so gentle on her, it was just, if she came to a state of acceptance, then all of a sudden the energy started to pour back in. That's all she needed. So it doesn't have to be dark and like mine or light like hers. It could be in the middle. It could be something entirely different. It could be something entirely different. So try to stay open to whatever surprise comes, whether it's gentle or not. Just be more open to life without getting our mental minds in it, because we all do that. I do that. I used to scroll on YouTube trying to figure out, oh, how do I get rid of sadness? How do I get, like, all the time? And then I would wait for it to look like how that person goes through it, and it would demolish me. It would demolish me because I'm not going through the same steps, and I wouldn't notice what I went through. So we just want to give you guys permission to truly, truly be okay with how it shows up for you specifically. It's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And I'm going to give you the answer of what you need to do to get out of it. Nothing. You don't do anything. You just have to be. You just have to be and exist in it. And everyone's time frame is different. So there is no point going and being like, oh, what's the answer? What's the cure? What's the medicine I need to buy? What's the supplement I need to buy? What do I need to take? Like you go on and people say exercise. Exercise is everything. That's going to help you get out of it. And it's like, guess what? I knew that in my head, but I was not motivated to. So then it's like there's something mental. Then someone's like, you got to change your mental. And if you change your mental mind, then you got to do that. And then so everyone's telling you stuff that it's like one laser focus. It's one thing that's all they talk about. It's just exercise. It's just diet. It's just mental. It's just this. And it's like they all feed into each other. And you just have to be and exist in that phase. And for me, once I just existed and accepted it, naturally, I opened up to all of a sudden, I actually want to go to the gym again. I didn't do anything. It just came naturally on its own. I just felt, I actually feel like I want to go to the gym. There was nothing I could have done to get to that point. Nothing, And then, like, when I went to the gym, I was like, this feels really good. And I got home and I'm like, I feel really good. I want to make something healthy. Oh, wow. Now all of a sudden I want to eat something healthy. Wow. There's two things I'm taking care of. And then it was like, you know what? I want to, have these conversations, or I want to think of how to give back. And it just kind of naturally for me, it happened. And I was like, wow, everything's connecting. And I'm not feeling overwhelmed from going from doing literally nothing, just being at home, not even wanting to move out of my home for a long time, to now all of a sudden, like, motivated to take care of myself in all the ways. That was really cool. So we just want to give you permission to love yourself, to trust your body, how it's working. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't look at a clock or a calendar. Just go with it and love yourself and accept yourself through it. That's all. And these are some examples that are totally different from each other, but we're feeling good. We're feeling better. And we're still in the process. And we'll keep evolving. And that's fun and exciting too.
Yeah, we are feeling better. I'm still not in the high because I'm still feeling sick, but I know that it's getting better because I don't feel as blah as before. Feel clearer and better. But even in that, like, Mel has gone past the blah. She's out of it now. I'm still at the periphery of it. So if I had to compare, it would kill me because I'd be like, what? How come mine's lasting longer? This isn't fair. Even in, like Mel said, do nothing about it. Who cares? Really? Who cares? Another thing that Blah gave me was the experience and the opportunity to binge watch Netflix, which I hardly give myself that opportunity because of guilt and shame, right? So that's another thing. It gives you permission to do things. So be okay with the things that you're very ashamed of. Yeah.
I love it.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you all for listening to this episode. If you got some value in it, please give us a thumbs up, to subscribe to the episode. We're going to start talking about all these phases that we're going through, that we've realized other people are going through these as well. We're going to be authentic. We're going to be real. We're going to have deep, meaningful conversations. And we want to talk about this stuff and we want to connect with you. So please leave us a comment. Let us know what your takeaway was from this. Let us know if you're in the blah phase, if you've been in it, if you're working your way out of it. Any insights that you have, let's chat about this. We'd love to hear, or if you resonate with this. And then make sure to watch our episode, like we talked about, episode 36, if you haven't already, of that we talk about more of being in that blah phase, how we were in that phase that can kind of help you honor that phase. And yeah, leave us a comment and share this episode if you love it. And we'll see you on the next one.